Welcome to this week's edition of JCS News, bringing you news and announcements from around the Jefferson County school system. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Jamie. Our first report is a congratulations to the Jefferson High School Symphonic Band for being named the 2017 West Virginia Honor Concert Band. The ensemble will perform in Charleston on March 3rd at the West Virginia Music Educators Association Conference. A well done to Director J.P. Lynch and the members of the J-High Symphonic Band.
The Jefferson County Board of Education met in regular session on Monday, February 13th. One of the many recognitions taking place was Wright Denny student government. They have been very active this school year. Mrs. Payne of Wright Denny described the many student government activities since the beginning of this year.
In October, I'm part of the Relay for Life team, and they helped us with the breakfast with Frankenstein at Applebee's. And then in November, we do a month-long food drive, and we're doing that again in February because it was brought to our attention at one of the meetings that it's not the holidays, and or there are donations being made, so we're doing that again. In December, we supported a tour drive for Charlestown Kiwanis Club. And then last month in January, we did one of the children for hats, scarves, coats, things like that. And to be announced for whether the rest of it when we have our next meeting.
Mr. Craig Lee, band director at Wildwood Middle School, was recognized for being selected as one of the 50 band directors in the United States who make a difference in our nation. Ms. Patricia Brockway, principal of Wildwood Middle School, described Mr. Lee's honor.
In December, Mr. Lee was recognized as one of the 50 directors, musical educators that make a difference in our nation. And I can't tell you what an honor it is to recognize him tonight here at the board meeting and express our pride in Craig Lee's time. I want to read something that he wrote in the publication. He said, "My proudest moments as an educator have come when students continue to study music and become music educators themselves. He has been fortunate to have influenced several of our local area music teachers as well as his son, all of who have graduated from his program. It gives him a good feeling knowing that he has helped instill a love of music that inspires someone to teach." With that, Mr. Lee, on behalf of your Wildwood family, we would like you to present this plaque in memory of this time in your life when you've made a difference just like you do every day.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Mr. Lee.
Wildwood Middle School is also recognized for the sponsoring of Science Night, which drew approximately 200 people to an evening of scientific discovery. Mrs. Brockway, principal, described the event and recognized the science faculty members and organizers.
One thing that is spectacular about this science faculty from Wildwood Middle School is that for the past 3 years, they have volunteered together as a team to organize and run a family science night in January. This event, which annually draws 200 students and families to Wildwood, is a free event. This unique evening, supported with the funds from the Wildwood Faculty Senate, is designed to provide fun and hands-on activities for all ages. There is always an assembly program. This year, it featured an indoor planetarium show from Cosmic Adventures, which explored the night sky. In addition to the assembly, the students and families can visit the various science classrooms and library to try their hand at a variety of STEM challenges. This year's participants could build catapults, paper rockets, and blinkers. Student science fair projects were on display, and everyone was encouraged to vote in what we kindly call the People's Choice. These which were inspired and also helped inform the audience that were viewing. The families were invited to decode secret messages and then write computer code. They were able to meet our sea perch team and even crush cans with air pressure. We had special guests as well this year. The STEM program from Spring Mills Middle School brought their Ozobots and robotic arm. The science department provided door prizes including home energy kits, Mento launchers, as well as take-home science kits. On behalf of Wildwood, I would like to thank this science department for helping us strengthen family and school connections.
South Jefferson is extremely proud of second graders Ava Brennick, Kiera Maloney, and Marley Silvis, who captured all 3 prize-winning places in the annual Jefferson Memorial VFW Auxiliary Patriotic Art Contest. This year's theme was Symbols of America, and all Jefferson County students in grades K through 2 were invited to participate. Congratulations, Ava, Kiera, and Marley. We are very proud of your artistic accomplishments. Pictured are Ava and Marley with the Board of Education.
A new academic program was introduced at the Board of Education meeting on Monday. Dual enrollment allows students to enroll in college classes as either Shepherd University or Blue Ridge Community College during after-school hours while they are still in high school. This is an excellent way to get a jump start on post-secondary education. There are requirements and restrictions. To find out more about the dual enrollment program, visit the JCS website to read the entire article and download a brochure.
Both the redistricting and new transfer policies were approved at the recent Board of Education meeting. The policies and specific information for public reference will be posted on the JCS website this week.
Dr. Lori Stilley of the Stilley Foundation visited Washington High School in the JCS television studio on Thursday, February 16th to donate $1,000 to the program. Dr. Stilley has been a long-time supporter of the Jefferson County Schools video production program. Her donation will be used to acquire much-needed video editors to enable increased contest production. A sincere thank you to Dr. Stilley and Stilley Foundation for supporting the program.
Amanda visited with Mr. Jeremy Wilt, math teacher at Washington High School, and spoke to him about Math Field Day, how it works, the winners, and moving on to the regional Math Field Day.
For the high school level, we alternate between the 2 high schools. This past year was at Washington High School, and then next year will be at Jefferson. For the elementary and middle schools, they alternate between those schools each year. For high school, the grading process takes the whole afternoon. The high school teachers that proctor the test come together and we grade the 9th grade separately from the 10th through 12th grade test because they are different. So it takes about an afternoon, usually about 2 to 3 hours. On average, in the 9th grade test, there will be about 30, anywhere between 20 and 30. For the high school 10th through 12th grade test, there will be roughly 50 to 60. The winner for the 9th grade test was Jefferson High School. The winner for the 10th through 12th grade test was Washington High School. County Math Field Day's test has 30 questions on the long test and 10 questions on the short answer test. At Regional Math Field Day, the long test is 10 questions, 6 questions, and the short answer test is 10 questions. The 6-question test is graded based upon partial credit, and the short answer test is graded upon being right or wrong, whereas for the county Math Field Day, we just grade them on right or wrong.
Remember that you can replay all Board of Education meetings in their entirety online at jcsvideoserve.net. A direct link is in the Board of Education section of the Jefferson County Schools website.
Thanks, Amanda. We'll have more news in a moment. If you would like your school to contribute to our news segment, contact us at jcsvideoserve.net and we'll come to your location to record your message. We'll be right back after this.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. Getting that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher. Or a reality TV star.
I dare you to stand up here.
To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration.
An innovator.
To be a teacher.
Think you can change my life?
Make me excited about science like you.
Have a career that really means something?
Then do it.
I dare you.
Over the years, we've had some pretty significant events occur in the past during this week in history. Here's a look back in time segment by Dylan Leopold and Joey Eves.
On this day in 1885, Mark Twain publishes his famous and famously controversial novel, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn.
On this day in 1923 in Thebes, Egypt, English archaeologist Howard Carter enters the sealed burial chamber of the ancient Egyptian ruler King Tutankhamun. When Carter arrived in Egypt in 1891, he became convinced that there was at least one undiscovered tomb that was little known to Tutankhamun, or King Tut, who lived around 14 BC and died when he was still a teenager.
On this day, in 1948, NASCAR was founded. NASCAR racing will go on to become one of America's most popular spectator sports, as well as a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Our program wouldn't be complete without recognition of our elementary and middle schools, so here are some elementary news and items and announcements from around the school system.
Attention all students and parents. February 20th, President's Day, is now a regular day of school.
Friday, February 24th is Spirit Day at Blue Ridge Elementary.
At Driswood Elementary, remember that pre-K students do not attend school because pre-K teachers will be holding collaboration meetings.
Page Jackson Elementary will hold a parent-teacher volunteer organization meeting on Tuesday, February 28th, beginning at 6 p.m.
Wednesday, February 22nd, is Bank Day at Ranson Elementary School, followed by Spirit Day on Friday, February 24th. Remember to wear your red and black.
Shepherdstown Elementary will hold its SEA or Shepherdstown Elementary Association meeting on Wednesday, March 1st, beginning at 4:30 p.m.
Spring pictures are scheduled for Friday, March 10th at South Jefferson Elementary.
On February 21st, every student receives a free book in association with BAM Books. Books are amazing. Early that evening, the Ray Denny SIC will meet at 5:15 p.m., followed by the PTO meeting at 6 p.m. in the Media Center.
At both the middle and high school levels, the week of February 20th is FFA week. Check your school's FFA website and announcement sections to find out what activities are going on at your school.
On Saturday, February 18th, while the Jefferson County Middle School and High School jazz bands are in all-day competition at Shepherd University, the Tri-County Spelling Bee will be taking place at St. James Catholic Church in Charlestown beginning at 10 a.m.
On Tuesday, February 21st, Harpers Ferry 8th grade students will visit Washington High School.
Saturday, February 25th is a date to remember. Martinsburg High School will host the all-day West Virginia Eastern Regional Jazz Festival. Drop in and hear your favorite jazz group in a competitive concert.
Finally, Wildwood Middle School will hold a Scholastic Book Fair during the week of February 20th. Check the website for after-school times to visit the fair. Technology is all around us and can be a bit overwhelming. Mateo, Dylan, and Joey make things easier to understand in a segment we call
What the Tech Is That?
Here are the guys to describe the basics about RAM, or memory, in your computer device.
Hello, I'm Mateo, here with Dylan and Joey, and welcome to What the Tech. Today, we're going to talk about computer RAM and why you can't download it. RAM is an acronym, and it stands for Random Access Memory. RAM is present in one way or another in all computers, smartphones, tablets, and other similar devices. You may know RAM as simply computer memory, and it has a very important role in the operation of these devices. RAM is a physical chip inside of computers and can normally be upgraded by the user if they know what they're doing, whether they just add more or take out what's there to install a bigger chip. RAM is often measured in gigabytes and is most commonly found in even-numbered quantities such as 2 gigabytes, 4 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes, etc. 1 gigabyte represents 1,073,741,824 bytes, each of which represents 8 bits, a bit being the common idea of binary, either 1 or 0.
As suggested by its acronym, RAM is used as a temporary storage for electronic information. Think of it as a very fast and expensive flash drive inside your computer. Whenever you open a program on your computer, whether it's a game or Microsoft Word, your computer puts it in RAM so it can access it quickly and make temporary changes, sort of like short-term memory. RAM is cleared every time the computer is turned off, just like your short-term memory during quizzes.
RAM's function is very important, leading to the common misconception that having more of it will solve any computer problems that you're having. In actuality, RAM only helps your computer when you're dealing with large files or multiple small ones at the same time. Like when you're playing a game with high-definition textures or editing a high-quality picture. Having too little RAM can lead to games running slowly or stuttering, especially when it is all being used. While it is impossible to have too much RAM, all devices have a limit to how much they can have physically installed at any given time. Modern computers have a limit of around 128 gigabytes of RAM.
So there you have it. Now you know what RAM is, why it's important, and what it does. Make sure to join us again in the future for another episode of
What the Tech Is That?
Thanks, guys. They'll be back in a couple of weeks to get us up to speed on another aspect of our technological lifestyles.
The weather is always changing and challenging to predict. Here's Diana with our weather forecast for the next week.
Throughout the next 7 days, sunrise will be around 7:01 a.m. and sunset will be approximately 5:49 p.m. Looking at Jefferson County for the next weeks, highs on Saturday will be around 69 and clear with a low of 34. Sunday will be 66 and partly cloudy with lows near 40. Monday 61, clear and lows down to 33. Tuesday 57 and mostly cloudy with a low of 42. 60 on Wednesday and partly cloudy with lows once again at 42. Thursday will be a clear day, around 64, the low will be 43. Rain is possible on Friday with a high of 61, the low will be in in the low 40s. The following weekend looks like the rain will stick around and it won't be too cold with temperatures reaching to the high 50s. That's it for the weather. All of our data comes from the National Weather Service and Weather Channel Network and new weather STEM station at Jefferson High School. I'll see you next time with next week's weather. I'm Diana Bongiovanni.
That's all the news and views. I'm Amanda Vera Collins.
And I'm Jamie Ingersoll. See you next time.